Today I had one of those appointments that just makes my day. Hi, my name is Sherry from Twin Sisters Mastectomy Boutique, and I have lots of great clients. In fact, everybody I saw today, and it was a busy day. Everyone I saw was amazingly nice, but this appointment particularly stuck out. So here's what happened. I had a lady come in, she was in her 40s, which is, not uncommon, but it's still pretty young. And she had a single mastectomy. And so I fit her for a breast prosthesis. And, she has a lot of breast cancer in her family, her mother, her sisters, her aunts, her cousins. So she kind of knows what things look like. So I fit her with her breast prosthesis. And when I fit somebody with a breast prosthesis, I fit them using a very plain and simple bra that has no padding, it has no molded cups, so that I can get a match, right? Because if you have a breast prosthesis inside of a molded cup bra, it disguises all the little flaws, and I want to see everything so that I can correct them. So we got her the right fit for the breast prosthesis, and that was great. And then I said to her, what kind of bra were you wearing before your surgery? So she showed me the bra. It was, a lacy bra, a push-up bra. It had underwire. And I'm like, okay. I said, we can try to duplicate the look, the style, but we don't carry underwire. There's only one bra I carry that has underwire, and that's a strapless bra. And she said, okay. And she didn't seem too enthusiastic about the bra part. No problem. So I pulled out probably 8 beautiful bras. Stunning. And I said, are you ready for this? And she's like, yeah. And then I pulled out all these bras, and she was like, whoa, these are mastectomy bras? I'm like, yes, they're mastectomy bras. So we narrowed it down to her 3 favorite bras. So I'm going to show you what they look like. This is the first one. Like, gorgeous, right? Like, look how beautiful that is. It reminds me of like fairies for some reason. And I said that to her. I'm like, this is what I call the fairy bra. She's like, oh my gosh, yes. So she loved this bra. Absolutely beautiful. But when she tried it on, it wasn't quite the right fit, because not every bra is going to be right for every body, right? And that's important to know. And I think that's a mistake a lot of people make. They just like the bra and they don't realize it's not perfect for their particular body. So it wasn't bad, but it wasn't fantastic. So we said, okay, what's next? Then we looked at this bra, and this was perfect on her. And she said, oh my gosh, this is exactly my style. I love this bra. It was comfortable, it fit her properly, and is just really, really pretty. So she was super happy with that. She just kept looking at herself in the mirror. She's like, I can't believe this is a mastectomy bra. This is so pretty. And then this is, believe it or not, not the same bra, but it's the same line. So this is called the Alina bra, and that is a molded cup, and this is the Alina bra not molded cup. So you can see that the cups are not molded, they're soft, but it has this little lacy bit here, and you can adjust it, make it higher or lower. And she filled it out beautifully, and she fell in love with this. She was like, oh my gosh, that is perfect. Because often when people have mastectomy surgery, they're left with a bit of a dip, and this hides it perfectly. And she can adjust this depending on her clothes. And that means that it's going to open up a whole wardrobe for her. Instead of, a lot of people will say, oh, I don't wear these clothes anymore because it's too low cut and you can see the dip. I had somebody else today who said that. We solved her problem too. But she was so thrilled with the options. And I said, did you expect to be wearing old lady bras? And she goes, yes, I expected to be wearing the same kind of bras as my mother wore. And she goes, these are beautiful. I can't believe that these are mastectomy bras. I would choose these even if they weren't mastectomy bras. I'm like, that's great. So I love those kind of appointments where somebody is not expecting much, and then they, have all of their expectations far exceeded. They're thrilled, they're happy, they leave with this big grin on their face because, she said to me, my life is just beginning. She had a lot of new adventures that were happening, and she said, my life is just beginning. And I really felt like I was going to be held back by my choices, because it does hold you back. If you dress like a frump, you're going to act like a frump. If you dress, you know, in a way that makes you feel good, you're going to feel good. It's a truth. So yeah, that was a fantastic appointment today. Tell me about a time when your expectations were far exceeded. You came in thinking, I'll get something here, and you left with here. You know, you left with more than you bargained for at no extra cost. You know, whether it was something you purchased or an experience you had, let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.